Have you ever thought to yourself you have no time to work out, or things are moving too fast, you'll get to it later, or you feel like every time you try to schedule it that you can't keep up with the routine because something else just gets in the way? Well, I've got a solution for all of those reasons why a person just wouldn't be able to work out, or why you have felt like you shouldn't work out right now and you could push it off until later.
Real change doesn't start with hype, it starts with guidance. At Changelfe, we help you rebuild your body and redefine your lifestyle. Through science-based weight loss, personalized fitness programs, strength and conditioning, and physical therapy-focused care. We're more than training. We're education, inspiration, community. From performance apparel to exclusive shows, workouts, and behind-the-scenes coaching on YouTube, Patreon, and our own Changelfe network. Change your body, change your habits, change your life. Join the Changelfe movement today.
There's a friend of mine who actually had this very same issue. And every time they try to work out, they would go to the gym sometimes and just sit in the parking lot. They would, and then not go in, or they would get there and then somebody calls and then something happens and now they have to rush out, and then they plan on getting back to the workout and they never end up doing it. Or they just felt like, you know what, every time I try to do it, boss gives me another project and now I've got to work late and I don't have time to go work out. And it just becomes this consistent, repetitive excuse. And he was unable to find his way out of it. And the only way you can do this is you have to kind of reframe what you even understand working out to be, right? Because a lot of people have been given false information on working out. And there's things that you can do that don't require you to have to be in the gym a very long time. You could actually do a focused workout for, in some cases, 10 to 15 minutes. You just get into the gym, work out. You can do cardio on a treadmill. Just go in after work, get you 10 to 15 minutes, and then get out of there. That's not very long at all. It doesn't take an hour. You may hear that you need at least 30 to 45 minutes. That's including walking around, talking to friends, getting something to drink, going to the bathroom. But if you are short on time, which if you think about it, we have 24 hours in a day. 24. Now, you only work generally 8 of the 24. Okay, everything else is optional, because you can do it after that, you could do it before that, and still get your workout in. So we really have to reprioritize working out and then how we reframe it itself. It doesn't take an hour. It doesn't. Even as a personal trainer, I will work out people for 30 to 45 minutes, and then the last 15 minutes is stretch. So, and even then, there's a lot of talking that goes on. There's a lot of, things that could be shortened. If somebody had to get in just to get a workout in, you could do it. So don't think about it as a long 45-minute journey. If you can, right? Think about it as, okay, I'm just going to go in, get 15 minutes in, and then get out of there. Because it's better than just not doing anything, right? So even if it's weightlifting, you can get in on a workout doing weights. Sometimes I'll sit in my front room and I'll just do my triceps, right? And I may do some push-ups and some triceps, and some push-ups and some triceps, and some push-ups and some triceps. It takes me, and I do diamond style push-ups, which focus on your triceps, so that's why I do push-ups. But it takes, generally, I'm only doing, let's say, 10 to 12 push-ups. And so let's say that takes me 20 seconds. Because if I do 2 a second, it's 24 seconds, right? And then I rest for maybe, 30 seconds, right? And then I do another exercise. So if I do that, if we do 20 seconds of rest, right? And then I do that same thing, let's say 4 times, right? You've got 160 seconds to do triceps. And 100, we know 60 seconds is a minute, right? So if you add another minute, you got the other 60 seconds, and then you got the 40 seconds left. So 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Just do triceps. So it doesn't take very long. So we have to rephrase how long we think it is versus how long it really is. A lot of it, like I said, is talking, hanging out, doing other things. So in 2 minutes, I've done 4 sets of triceps, which is plenty, right, for my tricep. So if you think about it, if you do 2 minutes on triceps and you do 2 minutes on shoulders, or if we work opposing muscle groups, 2 minutes on tricep, 2 minutes on bicep, and you can get 4 sets in, you've only worked, you know, 4 minutes. Let's just say it took you a long time and it took you 8 minutes. It's still not very long. It doesn't take that long to work out. If you think about now, there are certain people who have, these structured setups. Like when I get in there, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to go to the sauna. Well, in that case, you're going to add to your time. But if you just really want to get in and be effective, uh, that doesn't take very long to do. So the no time issue is really there's time. It's just you're not using it for that. So you reframe it, right? And re-understand, okay, I need to get in here. It's not going to take me long, right? This is going to give me more energy, and I'm going to get in and get out. And that way, when you think about exercising, it's not so draining because you're thinking about this long, drawn out process. Like that's a process that you probably created yourself, but for most people, we understand it doesn't take all of that. So, so no time is not a good, excuse. You have the time, you just have to make the time and then realize it doesn't take much time. It doesn't. And it actually can save you time because if you think about the fact that if you work out, right, you become more healthy, which means you take off work less from being sick. So you're saving that time and now you can work those hours and make more money to pay your bills. You also get more rest when you work out because your body is now needing to rest to recover. Because when you sleep, your body goes into several different stages. And one of the stages of sleep is recovery. And your body, when you work out, your body has to shut down to recover. So you kind of force that when you're working out. So if you deal with insomnia, working out is very good because it will allow you to rest better because your body will have to go into rest mode so that it can repair the damaged muscles from being worked out. And this microscopic tear we talked about in the last episode, it's not true damage, it's just from working out the muscle, we break it down and then it has to repair. And that process requires sleep. So it will help you sleep, which means you have more energy during the day. And now you get more time resting, right? So you're saving time, you're adding time to your rest, you're adding time to work, right? And then you're adding time throughout your day because when you are tired and you can't make conscious decisions, you tend to make very bad decisions. And sometimes it can cause you to do things more than once because you did it one way and then you realize, oh, that didn't work. I have to do it another way. Or you forget something in the process because you couldn't think clear because you were tired or you hadn't slept or you're stressed out about something. And working out relieves stress, it adds sleep to your body, and it can give you more focused energy for clarity. So you're saving time even in that route. So there's a lot of benefits to working out and making sure that you reframe your whole position on it. Like, it's not that I don't have time to work out, it's that I need to schedule it in here and there, right? There's things you can do that will allow you a good workout, and you don't even have to enter the gym, right? You can do it. Like I said, I do it in my front room sometimes. When I was younger, I had some nephews, and they used to always ask me, Uncle Sean, how do I work out? What I need to do? What I need to do? And I would tell them, just when you're watching cartoons, do some push-ups. When you're, sitting there playing the video game, take a break for a minute and do some sit-ups. And all of those little kids, if you're watching, they can tell you they all are in really good shape, and don't go to the hospital much. If they do, it's for some other stuff that they had going on, but it's not because they are overweight and fat and anything like that. So, and I do it, and I teach my clients to do it, and that's another thing that you can do. Just take the time, just while you're watching TV, and lay on the floor and do 10 sit-ups, and just lay there and see how that feels. And if you feel like you can get another 10 sit-ups in, do 10 more sit-ups, right? You can do things just around the house, right? You don't have to go into a gym. And I would honestly say, if you are thinking about going to a gym you haven't been in a while, I would say do some things around calisthenics, sit-ups, push-ups, leg lifts, planks. Do it right at home. Get a mat and a ball. You see, I'm always fixing my posture here. And keep your posture right. Get a mat and a ball, and make sure that you get a ball that's the size for you, because some of them come really big and some come small. I think it's 72 inches for a tall guy like me. I'm 6'2", and then there's some 52-inch balls for those of you who have height challenges, if you will. But you can do it right in your home, right? And then you can also do things like, if you're walking up, from the car with some groceries, just get a couple curls in with that bag on both of them. Push it over your shoulder. See if you can just raise it up and have some fun with it. And don't always try to find shortcuts and ways to make you not work out. Some people will, get that bottle of water and just hang on to it and get it where it needs to go. But you can just throw it on your shoulder and hang on. Even if you're not balanced and you have trouble balancing, it helps work that core, right? So you can do things in your normal day-to-day that it's actually working out. It's just working those muscles, and that's all you need to do. If you want to get out and walk around, I tell you a good exercise to do that's just fun and easy, but you got to do it after you eat. And there's a reason why, and I'll tell you in a minute. If you, after you eat, get out and just walk around your neighborhood, right? Try to walk, if you can, a mile. Normally, the average person can walk a mile in like 12 minutes. Stop. It doesn't take that long. If it takes you 15, that's fine. But it's just a nice walk. Try to take a 15-minute walk. You just time it. If you walk for 15 minutes, you probably walked about a mile. And if you're in good shape, if you do it in 12, you're doing good. But get out and walk after your meal. And what that will do is it will help your digestion. So sometimes when we eat and we sit down, we go to sleep, the body doesn't digest the food well. So it sits in our colon, and it could cause all kind of problems: worms, parasites, holes in your colon, you name it. So if you get out and walk, it will help the digestive system push that food down, and you burn some extra calories. And that's the easiest way to burn a few calories, and that meal won't just sit on you and turn into fat. Because remember, carbohydrates turn into fat in 15 minutes. So if you eat anything that's a simple carbohydrate, not complex carbohydrates, just simple carbohydrates, turn into fat in 15 minutes. So if you are sitting on carbohydrates, pastas, rice, bread, ice cream, and you just ate it in 15 minutes, you have gained more fat, right? So in 15 minutes, you can actually walk around and you have burned that fat off. So it's a much better trade-off, and it's very easy to do. You just get out and walk around the neighborhood. And if you don't have a safe neighborhood, maybe just walk in place. I'm joking, but I'm sure you live in a safe neighborhood. I pray you live in a safe neighborhood. So just walk around the neighborhood. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much. It's easy to do. And you can burn off some extra calories. And you don't even have to go to a gym, right? just doing that once or twice a week, or maybe more than that, depending on how much you eat. We definitely eat more than once, twice a week. So let's say once or twice a day, right? Because you don't have to do it after every meal, but at least one meal in the daytime you can do it, and two you know if you want to just push a little harder. But if you can get it in once a week, that's fine too. Just do something, right? Because it's better to just stack it versus schedule it. If you say, I have to go at this time on this day, and then you try to make room for it and you can't make time for it, then you miss out, right? Versus if you just stack it and just do something a little bit here, a little bit there every single day, right? At least you're getting a workout in, and then by the time you get to a gym, right, you've compound your interests or your benefits or your success and weight loss. And that's what we want, right? We want to get that weight off of there quick, and or build some muscle very quickly. So don't be scared to just do things throughout the day, to stack it, to keep it, keep your body doing something active. Don't take the shortcuts out when you're going through the day because this might be too heavy, or just plant your feet on the ground real solid. Make sure you're standing firmly. Inhale real good, and then exhale and pick it up. Right? Breathing is important. Inhale, and then as you pick up something, exhale. And then go back to some normal breathing. And I guarantee it will help you to make sure that you can get it up and move it around, whether it's a pack of water or, a heavy sack of groceries. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just do little things here and there, because we have the time. We just got to make sure we're spending focused time doing the exercises we need to do to get in and get out. And that will help you not have the excuse of, I don't have time right now, or things are just too much for me right now. I have to do this another time. You have the time. You just have to understand it just a little differently, so that way you can prioritize it, right? And then put it into play and schedule it accordingly, or just do it throughout the day. Just do it throughout the day. If there's times where I know I can't work out, I live on the second floor. Sometimes I'll just skip a step, or try to run up the stairs as fast as I can. Maybe one time, once a week, and then maybe I may feel good and jump off the second step or something. Just do small things, right? Commit to the minimum. I have a buddy of mine, he likes to say that. And if you're watching this, thank you. But commit to the minimum. You don't have to do a whole lot to make a difference, right? You don't have to do 4 sets of sit-ups every single night. Just do a set of sit-ups, 10. And if it takes you 2 or 3 days to do another one, that's fine. They need time to heal anyway. So you don't need to do them every single day. Just do a little bit here and there. If you work out once a week, that's not bad. What's bad is not working out at all. So you can work out once a week. I used to encourage it. I would have clients and I would tell them, okay, I'm going to start you on a plan with just 1 day a week. And they said, why 1 day a week? Because 1 day a week, your body is going to get adjusted to our workout, and then you're going to feel more energy. And then once you feel more energy, we're going to pick up 2 days a week. She was like, how do I know when I'm going to feel more energy? You're going to tell me. Most people tell me. They'll come in the gym. Hey, Christian, I can work out another day this week if you want to. And then it's like, cha-ching, right? So I just listen to the body, literally. The body will, they'll just spit it out. They'll come to work out and say, you know what? The 1 day a week that's not enough. Can I do 2? We sure can. So we just wait for that. So you don't have to force yourself into it. The body will tell you. So if you do 1 day a week and you don't feel like doing another one for another 7 days, don't do it. But on that 7th day, when you feel like doing it, go do it. Right? Don't talk yourself out of it. Remember how good it's going to make you feel, and how it's going to strengthen your body, and how it's going to save you time in the long run. If you can feed yourself positives, you can cancel out the negatives. And sometimes those negatives just run rapid in our head, but it's just energy that's being passed. So sometimes even me, I'll have a crazy thought and I'll be like, nope, not mine. I rebuke that spirit and keep on moving, because I don't want it. But if you sit with it and you say, you know what, nah, I don't have to work out today, or maybe I can do it tomorrow, or it's not that bad, or he likes me the way I am, or just whatever we feed ourselves to stop from doing, progressing, and being better. We need to change that dialogue and say, you know what, this is going to make me better. It's going to give me more energy. Although he may like me the way I am, I can be better. I can look better. And if he likes this, he's sure going to like that. And we can have a better dialogue with ourselves so that we can put it in a higher priority level. And if now we know, okay, this is going to do all of these benefits for me. Okay, let me make sure I get something done every day, just a little bit of something, and you can put it at a higher priority level so that as you increase your performance, you can raise the priority level of it and say, okay, I can do this at the beginning of my day, or I can do this at the beginning and in the middle of my day, or I can do it you know, 4 more times a week or three, whatever the case may be, you can increase it because as you see, it gives you more energy to help you perform better. You're going to make more money. You're going to look better. And it's proven fact that fit people get more opportunities in the workplace. So you can even increase your ability to get more opportunities. I mean, think about it. If you've got a job that you want to hire somebody for, like, are you going to work with someone who is going to be sluggish and probably calls in sick a lot? Or are you going to work with somebody who is, fit, that can run, get things done, and make some money quickly so you can get them paid and you can pay yourself? So that's another thing to think about. Make sure you understand all of the different components and reasons for working out, not just the fact that time is involved. Like this is changing your life, and the longer you do it, the better your life gets, which is why you see a lot of fit people. It's like they live on another plane, like they're living on a completely different life because so many more things are open to you when you are fit and you are in shape and you get out, do what you need to do, and you have the energy to do it. There's stuff going on all the time in every city. And if you can't get out to it because you're sick or you're tired, that piles up over time and you miss so many things. After a while, you're missing out on life. So you can change that, get your life back and start to thrive because then you'll be out and doing things and being more useful in the community and more useful to your church. And if you are a Christian, the Bible needs you fit because we got work to do. We got work to do. So we got to stay fit and we got to stay. Gluttony is a sin. So if you're Christian and you're trying to be a better Christian, you better get gluttony down because it will stop you and slow you down every single time. All right. So we're not going to raise an offering. We're not going to go to church today, but you know what I'm talking about. You know it. God, this is our temple. We can't defy this temple. We got to take care of it. We have to. We have to. So don't think about the all or nothing approach, right? Think about little bit every day is going to give me something, right? A little bit every day is going to benefit me because not doing something will definitely keep you sick, keep you ill, keep you low energy, depression, anxiety, disease. I mean, come on, we don't want any of that in our body. Like not working out causes disease, it causes depression, it causes your body your organs not to function right. It causes high blood pressure. It causes diabetes. It causes cancer. Like it causes overweight. Like you can't make good decisions. You don't sleep well. You have acid reflux from not working out. From not working out. Your digestive system doesn't work well, and you just need to go work out just a little bit every day. Just while you're just walking around, just lift up something or try to pick up something heavy. Instead of when you're vacuuming, instead of moving it out the way, pick it up. Just lift it up with your hand and vacuum under it, set it back down. Cleaning the house, that is a cardiovascular exercise everyone needs to do. Clean the house, scrub your baseboards. I dare you. So challenge yourself, push yourself a little bit farther. And I guarantee you can knock out all of these excuses of, I don't have time to work out. And I don't, I can do it later. You can't do it later. You don't have later, right? And even if you wanted to get to later, you got to do something now. Have a great one. God bless you.